welcome to the Keystone Experience. Rob Warwick,
and Matt Pitzer.
Brought to you by Creek Archery. Find your passion and hunt it down.
And Hillview Motors, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Remember, Hillview has it in Greensburg, Pennsylvania.
What's going on, everybody? Hey, this is the final episode of Season 5. We're going to talk a little bit about frost seeding, a little bit about how the whole season went, and the Great American Outdoor Show. So what do you want to talk about first, buddy?
Well, I would say let's, you just did a giveaway.
Yeah.
From our good friends at Back 40 Seed Company.
Yes, sir. Roy and Bill.
So I say let's jump into the frost seeding a little bit, give everybody a refresher on that process because we got some cold weather coming next week. And unlike last winter, where I would have called it a mud seeding.
Yeah.
Because everything was mud. Now, things are a little muddy now, but I looked at the weather next week because, you know, my old man, when he sees cold weather, he just gets like a little kid giggling and happy. I come into work this morning. He goes, "Do you see the weather next week?" No, why? I said, "I saw this weekend. It's supposed to rain all damn weekend.
Yeah.
I'm going to be stuck in the house. I wanted to go coyote hunting.
Yeah.
Something. No, going to rain all weekend." He goes, "It was only supposed to be a high of like mid-20s all week." So we definitely got some cold weather coming. So if you got some of that Back 40 seed, or hurry up and get some ordered.
Yeah, if you get some ordered, I still believe Roy is doing like a 10% off. If not, use our code. I forget what it is. We'll tell you at the end of the show.
Isn't it Keystone 10?
I believe it's Keystone 10. Something like that. But I'll look it up while we're talking here. Promo code Back 40 Keystone 10. Yeah, get yourself some clover or chicory clover. And just get out there when there's half inch of snow. You want a crust. I mean, the ground's not super frozen. And it wouldn't really hurt this weekend either, as long as it's not going to be a torrential heavy downpour. But
from what I saw, it looked like a steady rain. I don't think we're supposed to get a torrential downpour, but from what I saw in the weather this weekend, it's supposed to be kind of a all-day rain, potential snow mix.
Yeah.
Lovely weather that we have.
With the frost seeding, you know, you got that little crust, a little bit of snow, and just go through and sprinkle your seed with your Johnny Apple seed or whatever you're spreading it with. And as the snow and everything melts, it'll draw the seed down into the ground. Because you don't have to keep tilling a plot up unless you're going to do what we do, and that's go from a spring food plot to a killing fall, a fall plot.
Yeah.
Where you're going to put in turnips and, kale and a bunch of other broadleaf stuff in there. And then I throw the clover and chicory on top of that. And that way in the spring, all we got to do is go back in and just do a quick frost seed until fall. So we're only tilling our ground up one time, But go out and do that. And as everything melts, it draws it right down into the ground. Hit it with your fertilizer at the same time. You're killing two birds with one stone.
Now, I've never done it, but I would also think you would stand less of a chance of having turkeys and birds and everything else picking it out this time of year.
Right.
I mean, I know they still feed year round, but I feel like I've seen more turkey scratches in the woods this time of year than I have fields.
Yep.
So I feel like if you get your seed in now, you're losing less to the birds.
Yeah.
Because as soon as we put it in the spring and fall, that night, every turkey within a 50-mile radius seems to find its way to that plot.
Yeah. I will I'll post some pictures of what our fall plots look like right now. They look like we went through and rototilled them.
Oh, really?
They're just crazy. There's like not a turnip or a radish left in any of it. And I mean, you remember it was all knee deep, and it is down to just bare, muddy ground.
Yeah, did what it was supposed to.
I sent it to Roy, and Roy was like, that's freaking unbelievable. He was like, remember you were panicking in September? I said, yeah, I was really panicking because we didn't think we were going to get anything to grow.
Well, no, because it didn't rain.
Thought we wasted a couple $100 in seed.
You know, you got to have a love-hate relationship with food plots because it was 2 years ago. We had plenty of rain, but we didn't get it in till super late. So we were worried it wasn't going to come up.
Yep.
This year we had everything lined up because 2 years ago was when we ran into tractor problems and tilling problems and everything else.
Yep.
It worked out. And then last year we're like, all right, we got the tractor, we got everything, we are set. The seed is here. We picked it up from Roy at the Great American Outdoor Show.
Yep.
Got it put in the ground, and a heat wave of 90 plus degrees and no rain for like 3 straight weeks hit.
Yep. And that's what we were saying at the North American Show up there when I was up there a couple weeks ago. I was down there hanging out with Roy and them guys, and we were talking about that. All the customers were telling them, hey, look, I'm proof that you can put this stuff in and have no rain for 3 weeks. I said, but when it did rain, and it was that good light rain within 2-3 days.
Yeah, it started popping up. And then it just exploded. I mean, there's pictures of me eating the shit in October, November that was knee deep. And now it looks like we went over there and rototilled it, But you look at some of the pictures I've been posting at night. I put a block out from Forget Genetics because they came out with that new block. I put that out in that food plot that I shot my buck in. And it took them a couple days because we don't feed there. You know what I mean? Yeah, we don't put anything at that location.
We don't put nothing there, so the deer were kind of leery about that block being in the middle of that food plot. But once they figured out what it was, in 3 days that block's gone. It's gone. The raccoons were stealing more of it than anything.
I was going to say we had a couple Rickies it looked like over there.
Yeah, they were enjoying it, but that's another thing. If you can get your hands on some of that Forget Genetic stuff right now, you should be putting that stuff out now. That them does are all pregnant. They got fawns. They need all that for the milk and
the extra nutrients.
And them bucks, they can use it because they are just plumb beat up from the winter. I mean, we still got bucks and big bucks that are holding antlers.
Oh, really? Sides. See, I've over at Adams, I've seen most of them have lost it.
Yeah,
but and maybe that's the difference because Adams is just a farm. So at this point, there's really no crops up. Everything's been taken off.
Yeah,
and that we don't do any feeding over there.
Yeah.
Whereas the lease property, they've had food plots, Forget Genetics all through the summer.
Yeah.
And then we pull it out, as we get close to season.
Yeah.
That could be a difference is, healthier deer herd.
And then we start, I mean, I don't know if you noticed or not, but the deer we do kill over there, hardly any ticks.
Yeah.
I mean, I for some reason we all end up with ticks in spring, but I don't understand why our deer don't have them. I just can't figure that one out. We all got to go get some kind of medicine in springtime because somebody's getting a tick buried in them.
Yep.
So, but yeah, get out there, start doing that food plot stuff now. Get it frost seeded, and then you need help, always reach out to us. Bill, Roy, they're more than welcome to help you out with anything you need. Give them a call. Roy knows more of the scientific part of it where I don't. I mean, you just till the ground up, throw the seed in there, throw some fertilizer on it, and let Mother Nature do the work. Roy can tell you exactly what you need to kill this specific weed. I'll just tell you to go buy Roundup and hope to God you don't kill everything.
Yep.
You know, so.
I forget what I bought years ago. We talked about it with Roy, so you'll have to go back on the episode we did with Back 40. But I did buy something that was specific to not kill my clover.
Yeah.
But I didn't read it well enough, and it wound up, I think, killing all the chicory that I had in that plot as well.
That's what I mean. I mean, there's another company out there called PA Plotters. Mike, good guy, another PA company. If you get a hold of him too, you know, he can come help you take a look at it, tell you what's going on. The Hunter and what the hell is the name from the
PA Boys?
Yeah, they started that new company, that new era.
Yep.
Give them guys a holler. You know, they can help you out with getting plots or, you know, telling you what you need to get your plot started. You know, like I said, call me, text me, whatever. I can come and tell you what I think. I mean, I guess I'm kind of doing a good job. I mean, the shit that we got growing over our places, I'm pretty happy with the results of all our deer so far.
Yeah, and, you know, like you said, if you don't have the food plots, get the Forget Genetics. Start getting your mineral sites put out, the blocks.
The new blocks are freaking phenomenal.
You know,
it's got everything. It's got your Apple Jacks, if that's what you want. Your Apple Jacks is in it. Your minerals are in it. A little bit of corn. You know, everything's right there in that block. Very little molasses. You know, because that's 99% of the blocks you buy in the store are held together by molasses. You know?
Now, I didn't see the block because you and Alex got it put out damn near probably the day you came back from the Great American Outdoor Show.
Yeah.
Does it have a hole in the middle or no?
No.
Okay.
No, there's no hole in it. It's just a square.
Solid block.
And it's bigger than most of your blocks that you get.
Like in Walmart, Tractor Supply.
Yeah. It's 19%, I'm pretty sure.
And the only reason I was asking if it had a hole is I've always felt like if they had the hole, to run a damn rope or something through it and tie it off to a tree.
Yeah.
Because I've had so many go missing from bears when we used to put them up at my buddy's camp outside of Punxsutawney.
I was expecting ours to be disappeared by the coons. 18% protein. That's freaking amazing.
And they need it this time of year.
Yes.
You know, like you said, the bucks have been run down from the rut and the hard winter.
It's a 19-pound block. You're almost 9 pounds heavier than any block you buy in the store. So, you know, give Barry and them a call. I mean, there's some local companies, some local places that have it.
And just head over to the Forget Genetics website.
Yeah, if you can't get a hold of them there, let me know. I can always get some and distribute them for them. But whatever, you know, get them, try them. I mean, I'm happy with them.
Yeah, and we talk about, you know, Back 40 and Forget Genetics because we love their products. You can use whatever seed you want. We just know that these are products that have worked, and anybody that's been following us for the last 5 years know that we don't promote anything that we don't believe in.
No.
Well, you know, we want to be successful hunters. So
yeah,
there's no amount of product or money or anything or friendship that's going to make me want to put a product out there.
Exactly.
That is not going to work.
Yep. And I'm not going to tell you to use it. I'll be the first person to tell you. I mean, I've been, you know, Dave. I've been with Deer Pete Dave for over 20 years now. You know,
I don't know what made me think of this the other day. I don't know. Maybe he's, you know, getting older. What are we going to do when he retires? Like, hopefully somebody buys that company and keeps it the same.
Yeah.
Like, I just had that random thought the other day.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's because my kids tell me that I'm ancient. Like, every day I've started contemplating life, you know, getting older.
Yeah.
Like, what am I going to do if Apparition Sense Dave decides to retire?
Yeah. Yeah. Dave bails out. We're kind of screwed.
Because Phantom Hunter, I won't.
Yeah.
I believed in it before.
Just going to have to get the recipe off
right?
of him, that's all.
I mean, I believed in it before, but we've said it I've said it many times on different episodes. That hunt you and I did a couple years ago in Ohio for the rut, and it was 80 freaking degrees.
Yeah.
And at the time, both of us were 200 pounds heavier than what we were.
Yep.
And nope.
Yeah.
2 guys sitting in 85-degree weather for 14 hours.
Yeah.
And we never got winded once.
Yeah, this stuff works. I mean, I use it trapping. So
I don't, and I think I should probably start.
I mean, I spray my trap. Like, I am the laziest trapper you ever want to meet in your life. And a lot of this is coming from Alan, because he spits Copenhagen and everything else right there at his sites. And I was always a stickler for, your traps got to be boiled, they got to be dyed. I haven't boiled traps since last year.
Yeah.
And I'm using traps that are just freaking rusty.
Yeah.
I scored them down with Phantom Hunter and put them in the ground. And think about it. What's on a farm? Old rusty farm equipment.
Yeah.
So what the hell is a rusty piece of metal in the ground?
Yeah, it's more what is there next to it that smells good and appealing to them.
Yeah. They're more worried about the skunk that's in the hole or the chunk of rabbit. You know what I mean?
I know one thing I'm doing now. We talk trapping. I am 100% spray painting all my dog proofs orange next year.
Oh, yeah. Orange, yellow, something.
Because, and I never had a problem with it last year. I would eventually find them. And the reason I'm painting them orange is because I've got some over at Adam's farm that are kind of like tucked in, and you are kind of going in blind to it. And it didn't bother me last year, even though I knew there were skunks on the property.
Yeah.
But there are more skunks on that farm this year, and I'm seeing them regularly on my cameras.
Yep.
So now it's like I'm walking, like trying to peek around a corner because the way that I have them set, they're in good spots, but you can't really access it without being within 5 or 10 feet of that trap before you can see it because it's brown.
Right.
If it was orange, I'd be able to see it from a little bit farther away.
Right.
Like, I'm having to get way too close to traps. I'm like, where is it? Do I have anything in? Oh, okay. So far it's been empty, but I've been paranoid that I'm going to come around a corner, can't find my trap because it's been moved and has a skunk in it, and I'm going to get sprayed.
Yeah. 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 Well,
I know it'll happen eventually, but I'm going to put it off as long as I possibly can. Because one thing I've learned this year with trapping, when a skunk sprays, that smell does not go away.
No.
For I don't know how long.
A long time.
And I was kind of shocked because I caught one in one of my dog proofs, shot it from a distance, not realizing that I should have body shot it. So Adam and I tried to shoot it in the head, which apparently is a no-no because when you shoot them in the head, they always spray.
Yep.
So it sprayed, but we didn't get it. We did it far enough away. I went and reset that trap. I mean, I reset it, but we caught a coon in it last week. And I reset it, and that trap, a metal trap, which I wouldn't think would absorb that smell, still smells like skunk. Mm-hmm. When that raccoon tore that dirt up, trying to get out of that trap, you can still walk down there. It's been a week since I've caught that raccoon, and it's been a month or better since I caught that skunk, and it still smells like skunk down there.
Yep. That smell stays forever.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and when it gets cold out, it seems to come out even more. So
I was really amazed by that because this is the first skunk we caught this year. I was amazed that, a couple of days later, I could still smell skunk a couple 100 yards away. Like, you hit the top of the field and you're like, I can still smell skunk. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, it's only been a couple of days. And then it did die off a little bit, but I'm surprised that trap still smells like a skunk. When that raccoon got caught and stirred up all that dirt last week, even now, it's a week later since we caught that coon, I can still walk down there and smell that skunk.
Yeah.
Because it's one of them sets. I have two. I have one on either side of the trail, and we caught the coon on this side where the skunk was, but this one's tucked in behind trees. You can't really see it.
Yeah.
So every morning now I walk down there, I'm like, man, I still smell skunk. Is he in that? Is he in that other trap that I can't quite see yet?
Well, I noticed the other day on Facebook that there's this post going around. And this, you know how I feel about this. About the whole Saturday opener.
I got into it with a gentleman on
Yes.
Facebook a little bit.
And it took everything for me not to get on there and say something to this clown. And I hope you listen to this podcast, buddy.
He said I had the dumbest comment.
Yeah. The only dumb comment I seen on there was his reply to you. Because, let me tell you something. If you're going to piss and moan about Saturday and having to rush around, they did not move Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is still Thursday. Thanksgiving is Thursday. That gives you Thursday afternoon, eat your dinner with your family, pack your truck up, drive to camp Friday. If you don't want to hunt Saturday, stay in the damn bed.
I know.
Nobody is twisting your arm to go out and hunt Saturday. You know why you're going out? Because you're afraid your neighbor is going to kill that buck.
We all, and I get it. I understand both sides because contrary to that gentleman's opinion that I don't go to camps, I do for the majority go to, several
Right.
camps. I go to John O's up in Punxsutawney, and then I go up to Adams out in McKean County.
Right.
And I understand that concept because I can't get off that Friday for work. So for me, it just turns into kind of another archery weekend where I leave work Friday after work and I drive up to camp and I go hunt Saturday and I hunt Sunday.
Right.
And I come home Monday because
Right.
I don't get Monday off of work now either.
Right.
I think it just comes, so I get being rushed because I didn't used to enjoy going up there. I'd get up there Friday night. We'd check our stand, sight our rifles in on Saturday, drink a bunch of beer, play poker, and we did that last year with the boys. You can still do that. I think it comes down to, I feel like we all have, well, some people, not all, feel like we have possession of the deer. That's my deer. That's
Yeah.
my buck.
Yeah.
Forgetting that it is a wild, free-ranged animal that just happens to potentially be on the property you're hunting.
Exactly.
And that's what it turns into me is if you want to have the tradition of going to camp, there ain't nothing stopping you from sitting at camp Saturday, shooting your guns in, riding around, whatever you want to do, and doing it Sunday and go out on Monday.
I do not hear
The mentality is, like you said, I don't want to miss the opener because somebody is going to shoot my deer.
Yeah.
And if we all had that mentality, then I should kick your ass right now because you shot my buck.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Everybody over at the property should be pissed off at me.
yeah, because you shot my buck.
Yeah.
It's not anybody's buck,
No.
So
I got rewarded with a buck
because you put the work in.
that I hunted my ass off to kill this year.
But would you have been upset if me or Jen or Alex or Mike
No.
or anybody else would have taken that deer?
No. No, because that's why we do all the work over there. And for the last how many years, I have not killed a buck because I am the person who hunts for
One particular.
one particular deer. And it just happened that this year, these two bucks were my two target bucks. He was the second one. The first one got lucky and lost his antlers a couple days before. So
Yeah. I'm with you. I mean,
you don't see nobody getting on there bitching that bear season starts on Saturday and runs Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
No.
And they wait a second. You lost Wednesday.
yeah.
Did you really lose Wednesday?
I understand it. And, I tried to, and maybe I didn't. I tried to make my original post as respectful.
It was.
It
was.
If you want to go out, go out. If you don't. But why are we complaining about it? It's more opportunity. And I understand his response that it was kind of like a Pennsylvania holiday where schools and some businesses were closed. Schools were closed. They used to be closed on the opener, but not all businesses were.
No.
I mean, now we didn't close, but my dad knew that oil trucks weren't running that Monday.
Right.
And most of our customers understood. But I don't know. I mean,
Traditions.
but you can still have them. And that's my whole thing. Whether you like the Saturday opener or whether you want it to go back to Monday. And I told this guy, I said, well, you must not miss a single day.
Yeah.
Like, the opener is whenever you want to go. If you want to go out Saturday, go out and enjoy it Saturday.
It is.
If you want to enjoy camp, enjoy camp.
Exactly.
There's nothing that's what's great about this country is there is nothing that forces you, me, or anybody else to pick and decide what days we want to hunt within the legal hunting days. The Game Commission sets the dates that we are allowed to hunt, but they do not tell me when I can go hunt outside of that.
I am a diehard waterfowl hunter. The season starts whenever. It could be in the middle of a week on a Thursday, and it could end on a Tuesday. That's just the way the feds pick it.
And we have some years we've not done it because it starts in the middle of deer season and archery season. We've had some years where we have not gone that opening weekend goose hunting because we want to bow hunt.
Right.
And we've had other years where we've said we're going to go and we're going to pass on the deer.
Yep. Yeah. So, you know, the whole traditions thing to me is, I don't know. My grandfather passed away a long time ago. That's when my traditions quit because I don't have traditions anymore. And I hunt the way I want to hunt. I hunt when I want. As long as the state allows me to hunt that day, I'm going to hunt that day.
Yeah.
I hope and pray that every meeting that we have, that they eventually say, guess what? You can hunt every Sunday because guess where this boy will be? I will be in the woods every Sunday.
I agree. I mean,
all these years, finally, the Farm Bureau has got their heads out of their asses and agreed that we need to have the Sunday hunting. We are losing revenue every year.
Well, and that was another part of my reply to that guy. And maybe it's more specific for our area because we are fortunate in the area we live in that we can be in Ohio, New York, West Virginia, and Maryland within 3 hours tops.
Right.
You know, so certain parts, some shorter. Hell, we can be in Morgantown in an hour.
Yeah. Yeah. But
I understand a lot of the state's not like that, but people travel, man.
Stop whining about it. That's all I got to say is stop whining about it.
Like I said, I'm all for it. I know you are.
I answer the same way every time somebody puts it up. Leave it alone.
Yeah.
Leave it alone. I'm not going to get into a long, rambled out discussion and traditions. And, you know, I'm sorry if your kid goes to the mountains and he don't see a deer. That just tells me that you need to spend a little more time in the mountains and figure out where the deer are.
And I understand, like, now he didn't, the guy didn't comment that it was part of the story about a kid going up and not seeing anything and not enjoying camp because he went up Friday, hunted Saturday, Sunday, came home Sunday night and didn't see anything. And therefore the kid didn't have fun.
Yeah.
I get it. I mean, I also understand that, and you've seen that, with Hunter and Haley, and then you've been with me and the boys the last couple of years. You understand the concept. It is hard to take young kids out. You want them to see deer because the more you take them out and they don't, the less interested they are.
Exactly.
But that's why you got to do the scouting.
Okay, let's go on to some happier things. What else we got here? I hung out with Forget Genetics.
At the Great American Outdoor Show.
Hung out with Roy down at Back 40. A little bit hung out with Captain Jordan and Austin over there at the Nocturnal Bow Fishing. Bow Creek was not there this year. I also hung out with a dude from PA, believe on the other side of Somerset, maybe. Rack and Stick. It is a shooting stick, but not a shooting stick that is you can go to Walmart and buy. This thing, you can hang a deer from it. You can prop the legs open while you're gutting. If you're one person by yourself, you can
or have little kids that don't want to hold the legs.
You can turn it into a trapping stick instead of a catch pole where you always hurt cats because we all catch cats. It's just part of the game.
Or you do like I do, and you catch one cat, and then you pull your set so you don't catch any more.
This thing got a nice Y bar on it where you can push down, and you're not going to crush the esophagus as, Fluffy's neck and kill Fluffy when you walk away. You know what I mean? You can turn him loose, and he's going to get up unharmed and walk off. There's a bunch of attachments. Chef Alex, now that he's a professional pistol hunter, he got the pistol attachment, because he's just, there's a picture of him.
I seen that on Facebook.
Yeah, he's all pumped up. He's ready to use this thing with his pistol, but it's a pretty cool deal. You'll see some more pictures because I got one, and I'm going to probably use it here come spring turkey season. The only problem with me getting stuff like this is that just enhances my abilities to shoot that 3 to 4 to 5 to 600 yards. The Bog Pod was the best investment I've made for night hunting so far.
Yeah, but that's a different style of hunting.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't see, I saw the pictures or video that you guys did with them up there. And I can't wait to see one in person.
Yeah.
But it looks like a very portable.
Oh, dude, it's the clips, the attachments that he has, like for you to clip it onto your backpack. You know what I mean?
Because, I carry around, I forget who makes it. Is it Primus that made Caldwell?
Caldwell.
I have the Caldwell Field Pod.
Yeah.
But the shorter of the two.
Yep.
It's not bad. It's not terrible.
Right.
It is somewhat bulky. Kind of a pain in the ass to set up. Takes a couple minutes.
This thing is just like
not super mobile.
Two snaps. You can extend it. It doesn't extend so that you can stand. But while you're standing, you can extend this thing and put it into your hip and lay your gun on it.
Which is going to make a better rest.
Exactly.
Because you've made that triangle.
Right.
As opposed to having just a stick.
Right.
That's going to move left, right, forward, backwards as you're trying to balance it.
So this thing for like guys on drives, standers, you're pivoting. This thing, it's just going to...
You don't have to walk. When you go to be the guy that's on stand, you don't have to search for that tree that you can lean up against.
Right.
Because we've all done that.
Yep.
We all look for that tree that we can prop our arm and that gun up next to and really get a good rest on it as opposed to shooting completely freehand.
Another PA company. He's veteran. Rack and Stick. Check him out. We hung out Sunday afternoon, Sunday morning. Jonathan from Jacobs Creek, he met up with me and Alex and finished out the day, walking around with us, talking to a bunch of different people. The show, I did spend a little bit more time in the guide area this year.
Yeah, we've kind of avoided
I wanted to get more guides on the podcast because it's kind of something, I don't know. I'm getting the itch to go somewhere and kill a moose or, I've done the bear hunting thing, but a moose, I don't know about an elk maybe, but I seriously doubt it. For pigs, I wouldn't mind go hunting wild boars, but I don't want to do it at a high fence. You know what I mean? Go down to Texas or somewhere you can go do it and have fun. Africa, I don't know how many African guides. Talked to some guides from New Zealand. So, I'm lining stuff up with them for season 6 to have them on. I personally think talking to a guide to get their perspective would be pretty cool.
Oh, I agree. And also kind of fits with the reason that we started this 5 years ago was to just help people enjoy the outdoors more, get them a little bit more knowledge, whether it's from us, guest, whatever.
Yeah.
Just give people a different platform for research.
Yep.
So, having more guides on is going to maybe help somebody understand that process better because it can be intimidating.
Yeah.
You see all the horror stories of, don't go to this place or don't go to that place, or maybe you're just intimidated on how do I find the right person?
Yeah.
Or what's that process? What's my licensing look like?
Yeah.
And you don't want to call and bug them. So, yeah, no.
There's a lady in North Carolina that I've been talking to. Her and her husband run a bear hunting outfit in North Carolina. They're going to be on. They're going to do an episode with us. So, I mean, it's, you know, it's one of those things. I feel that going down this alley is going to help everybody figure this out, you know.
Oh,
because the first time I went with an outfitter, I was like totally lost. I mean, I booked a trip to Canada to go bear hunting and had no idea what I was doing. You know, oh, this guy charged $1,500 to go kill a black bear. What was the kill ratio? I have no clue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All I know is there's a bunch of pictures of black bears on there, and that meant they were killing bears. I went. I killed a bear my first year. I went back 3 more times. Killed a bear every time I was there. The bears just kept getting bigger because I had a little more patience, you know? So I got lucky. I've done some waterfowl trips out of state where...
Not so good.
Yeah. The guide left his decoys up for 2 or 3 days in the same field. You know, you get out there and he brings a leaf blower to blow snow off of them, and it's like, are you kidding me? I mean, there's shotgun shells laying everywhere. And anybody who waterfowl hunts knows that a goose can see a freaking shotgun haul from a mile away. You know?
Speaking of goose hunting, I almost went and did it, but I was just so busy the one morning. I went to check my traps, and I always text Adam and his wife to let them know I'm coming. You know, even though they don't care, it's just I don't like to walk the property. I don't want them to hear a random gunshot and what it was. But he texted me back. He said there's a couple of kids, I guess high school kids, that were goose hunting. And he said they were in the upper field. I said, okay. I said, I'll avoid them, you know, as long as I can. Not knowing exactly where they were. Man, I wanted to go over and tell them, hey, you need to go and listen to the Keystone Experience episode that we talked about waterfowl hunting. They were up against the old Baylor. Like when you come in down this driveway, we always make that right and go down the gravel road.
Yeah.
And there's those 2 backfields.
Yeah.
They hunted the one closest to the barn.
Okay.
And I talked to Adam, and I wanted to go tell him, like, I'm not a professional at all. I've just listened and watched you the last couple of years and who we've had on, you know, George and all them guys.
Yeah.
Man, those kids needed some help. They had their decoys like 20 yards in front of them.
Yeah.
They weren't spread out. They were hunting the wrong field. Like, I just wanted to go and help them, but I just had so much other stuff. It's like, you guys need to listen to the episode that we did.
Yeah.
Take some tips from it.
Yeah.
That just made me think of that because I kind of felt bad watching them. Like, you aren't going to see a thing here.
You might see them. You're not going to call them in.
No. Those birds are landing in the opposite field.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, we've seen them fly around Adams. And where they were landing before, we were going to hunt it, but it would have put us in too close to houses. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, the birds ain't stupid.
There's, you know, no. You go to Pymatuming and try hunting those birds. When you kill one up in Pymatuming, you're a badass.
Yeah, I've never been up there.
As many times as I went up there, I think I've killed 3 in 25 years of going up there. And it had to be the 3 stupidest geese that ever flew through Pymatuming. Because I talked to a warden up there one day, and the warden said to me, he says, you know, them geese can tell you exactly what shotgun shells you're using, what gun you're shooting, and what decoys you got out. They'll even tell you what call you're blowing. And he ain't lying. Them birds are freaking highly educated up there.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know, you got to draw a blind to hunt up there. And then it's the same thing every other day they see in the field. You know, this guy that got 6 decoys from 1935 stuck in the ground, the same pattern, and he blowing the same call from 1908, you know. The birds know, you know, and you're never going to educate them because you go up there, you're only allowed to kill 1 bird, which makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. Down here, we're allowed to kill 8 birds in the early season. Then we're allowed to kill 5 birds. Up there, it's 1. No matter what time of year it is, it's 1. Well, no wonder you got so many smart birds. They die of old age up there.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, is goose season still in?
Yeah, we got, I don't even know what's today, the 12th? We got like 10 days left.
Okay, so it kind of goes out the same time like squirrel and rabbit does. Because I know squirrel and rabbit goes out, I think, the 23rd of February.
Something like that.
Same as trapping. We've only got about 10 days left to trapping.
Yeah, because I was going to try to run a coyote hunt, but that's not going to happen.
Looking into it for next year.
Yeah, I think, everybody does theirs starting from December on. I think I'm going to do one in October.
Okay.
I think I'm going to blow everybody's mind and screw up the tradition of coyote hunts.
Hey, you can hunt them year round, so why not?
I personally would love to do one in July. Am I going to get guys to go out there in 90 degrees? I tell you right now, it'll be some of the best damn coyote hunting you ever did in your life. Because you got all them stupid pups that'll come running into anything. I mean, I proved it last year during turkey season.
Yeah. Yeah. You and I sat down with a turkey call.
Yeah.
From Dave.
Yeah.
Turned it into a rabbit squealer.
Yeah.
And then not even 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
I had Mom coming down and check us out. Came from the complete wrong direction.
Yeah. Yeah. Came from nowhere where they were howling.
No.
The pups were out in front of us, and she came from the left of us.
Yeah, like behind us over, 10 o'clock or so.
Yep.
Hey, why not, man?
Yeah.
I was researching today, and, rain, good, bad, indifferent for coyote hunting.
I personally, if it's a drizzle, like what it's been doing today, that little bit of freezing rain, snow mix, I'd hunt it.
Okay.
I was actually going to if you wouldn't have texted me this morning.
Yeah.
Because I did my whole bobcat thing
last week.
I was trying to kill my bobcat. I went out just about every freaking night. And I either get one to come in and sit down straight on and stare me and to call down, and I wouldn't shoot him because, I want to mount it. I don't want to blow his back out. So... But yeah, I did that, so now it's on to trying to kill a black coyote. So whatever happens, if they come in, they come in. If they don't, they don't.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure how the rain affected them.
I
think it's more the people it affects than the dogs.
Yeah, the heavy rain. That's the way I look at it. They live in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it's going to pour down hard, brutal, they're not going to move. They're going to be just like a deer. You know what I mean? They're going to bed up in the pines or wherever, get in some hole somewhere. If it's light drizzle, they're going to move around. They're going to look for something to eat because the squirrels are going to be out. The rabbits are going to be out, So, yeah, I don't see them changing their habits as far as, like I said, if it's a heavy rain, yeah, they're not going to be moving, but.
Yeah, because we are definitely running. Now, you can hunt them all year, but pretty much everything else, we got about 10 days left.
Yeah. Yep.
And while I've enjoyed trapping again this year, I am also really looking forward to it. Being done with.
Yeah. I honestly am I think I'm finally coming to the end where I am just glad that hunting season is going to be over. Because I did hunt.
Worst part is, though, but the worst part is pretty much you could probably take March off.
Yeah.
But then April comes around, fishing season comes in.
Yeah.
Time to start scouting birds.
Yep.
Because May will be here before you know it.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it'll all start all over again.
Now, what was that? What is this chest pack that I was reading about? Because I seen you posted you were looking for a new turkey vest.
Yeah.
Now, what is a chest pack? Because I did not see that, or I don't know what it is.
I don't know. Jason, I believe it was Jason from Warhead Arrows, I believe. Him and Holly Gatto, I believe. They were talking about some kind of chest pack. When I want to find something on Facebook, even my own post, you can't find it.
Yeah, never can. I'm just curious what it was because I like my turkey vest, but
well, the reason I posted the whole $300 thing is because I was looking at this Chief. They make small game clothing.
Okay.
And they have a turkey vest. And there's some other companies, I'm not going to say names, but you're pushing $250, $275 for a vest.
Some of them are even, I've seen them like $180. That's why I haven't replaced mine, and mine's not a bad one, but it's not set up how I'd like. But I don't want to spend another $180 for a vest.
Yeah, I mean,
that I wear for a month because our turkey season's only a month long.
Mike Cantanello said something about it. This gun chest pack. Jason Lucas, who owns Warhead Arrows, he said something about it, and that Holly Gatto said something about it. I think it was Holly. Yeah. She said something about Alps has one called the Little Bear. I don't know what it is. I didn't look it up yet. But, yeah, some of these companies, man, they're just justified to me a vest over $150. What? I mean, that one that Alps makes with the chair that you lean back in.
Yeah.
Okay. You put some aluminum in it. All right. $150, $175. You're pushing it.
But that's what the name things are like, $170, $180.
You're not going to get Rob to spend that kind of money. Rob was looking on Rogers Outdoors. They're a company that sells sporting goods supplies. They have a vest for $79. It has a ton of features. Guess what? That's what I'm buying.
Yeah.
I'll spend $100. I got no problem spending $100 because I buy Element Outdoor clothing. So, I'm spending money on clothes because all these years of freezing my ass off, I finally realized spend some money on clothes. You stay dry, you stay comfortable, you hunt more.
Yeah.
Walmart sells nice clothes for somebody who wants to be a weekend hunter.
Yeah.
Spend a little bit of money, buy decent clothes, you'll hunt longer. You don't have to spend $400 on a turkey vest. I forget what company it was that I seen that. It was like $325 for a turkey vest. And it came with, you had to buy the pouches individually. Wait.
So it's like a modular setup.
What in the hell? That'd be like buying a backpack and you don't get the pack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like them freaking frame packs. What the hell? $500 for a pack that's just a piece of aluminum and hooks on your back. Then you got to buy the bag?
Yeah.
Come on.
I know, but
seriously, that is ridiculous. I don't know.
It must be the customization.
I bought a backpack this year, and we all know that carrying all this camera gear and shit like that, every year you get aggravated because I didn't have enough room for this. I didn't have enough.
Or I didn't like where this was, or this was too big, too low.
I bought a backpack from Insight, which is a sister company to Frog Tog. And I truly like the backpack. It did exactly what I wanted. I didn't have to tear my camera apart. I could put my camera in the pack with the microphone and everything on it, and it sat at the bottom of the pack. When I got in the tree stand, pulled the arm out, put the arm on.
You're done.
Pulled the camera out, clipped the camera on. I was done. I didn't have to sit there and hook all this shit up. I hooked my monitor onto it, and that was it. 5 minutes, I was done.
Yeah.
Wasn't rooting through a bag trying to dig all my shit out to get it hooked up. I don't know. I spent $140, but to me it was worth it. You know?
Yeah, we're just not on. You and I are on the same page of not spending that much money for a turkey vest.
I just can't. I mean, I love turkey hunting. I mean, when I first started turkey hunting, all we had was a small game vest that was either Mossy Oak Bottomlands or the original Realtree. You know, and you could fit a small child in that back thing.
Yeah.
You had 2 pockets on the sides for your face mask, your gloves, and some turkey calls. That was it. You know, and they had straps. These old nylon straps that would cut into your neck and everything else. But yeah, I just don't get it. You know, the whole hunt clothing thing just drives me nuts. You know, I bought a pair of boots this year from Irish Setter because I had a pair of boots before that lasted me 5-6 years. So I bought a new pair of Irish Setters. I bought them elk hunters or whatever, elk stalkers, 200 grams of Thinsulate. I wear them every day. They're the most comfortable freaking boots I ever bought. But I spent $350 on them. But you know what? If they last me 5 years, I got no problem spending that money.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I'm going to have to replace my trapping boots next year, and I know I'm not going to find the ones that I have.
Yeah. It's the other thing, you know, rubber boots. We all wear rubber boots during, well, I like my rubber boots during bow season.
That's all I wear.
You know, and I'm a big muck fan, and I always will be. You know, I have never had mucks give me a problem. I mean, I got a pair of muck boots that are so freaking old, they look like they've been through a weed whacker war.
Yeah, and then they were buried in the dirt for 3 years and brought back up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
spend the money on, you know, that, but Jesus, a turkey vest should not cost that much.
No, I completely agree. 100%. But they obviously, well, I don't know. That's a whole different thing because I also think a cooler shouldn't cost $300 some.
Good Lord, no.
We've proven that theory. Go to Walmart.
Yeah. Go to Walmart, buy their cooler there, and you'll be more than happy with it. So, I guess that's it, buddy.
That's it. We're coming up. You know, we say it before, that hour goes fairly quickly.
Quick.
I'll also be looking forward to hearing that sound here in another month or two.
Yeah, it'll be nice to get out on the bike.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of looking at mine just sitting in the garage.
Yeah, I got to change oil, new tires, you know. Before I come over here today, I looked at my truck tires. I was like, you got to be kidding me. I can see cords showing through my rear tires on my truck.
Or you could do what I did, just buy a new truck.
Yeah. I don't think my wife would be happy about that.
Yeah. I wasn't happy about it when I had to. the only positive experience was, you know, going over to Hillview. They made it slightly better.
Right.
But yeah, I don't have to worry about tires right now.
Well, I guess we got to pay some bills here.
We do.
Let's see, where are my sponsor list? There we go. Creek Archery. Find your passion and hunt it down.
Hillview Motors, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Head over to hillviewmotors.com for a full inventory to schedule your service appointment. And remember, Hillview has it.
Duke Traps, performance-tested wildlife management equipment.
We mentioned him before. Hopefully he's not planning on retiring anytime soon, but that would be your good buddy.
Dear P. Dave, apparition scent, 100% lethal. Use our code Keystone, all capital letters.
We got Chico Outdoors. The annual Outdoor Expo is coming up April 12th and 13th, I believe. Follow them on Facebook.
Pretty sure.
Facebook, Instagram. To find out those official dates, head over to the website, stop out, and have a great weekend with the family. Chico Outdoors, nonprofit organization, getting the kids involved. Come out to a fantastic event.
Bow Creek Outdoors. Check them out. Order yourself a cell cam, solar panel. TKE 20.
Well, we just mentioned the Harleys. If If you don't want to do all that work that we have to do to ours, head up to Z&M Harley Davidson. Get it done there. Check out what they've got going on, events. You can find all that information at znmharleydavidson.com.
Back 40 Seed Company. Get your seed now. Keystone 10. Tell Roy and them guys you need some seed for your plots. Get it in.
And we got Weeby Knives. They're wicked sharp.
Yes, sir. They're not from Boston, though.
They're still sharp. We've used them now for 2 full years. Love every product that they have.
Yeah, I've been using their Milla out at the butcher shop as a boning knife, and I 150, 200 deer this year so far, and I don't know, a bunch of pigs, a cow. So
I've been carrying, I think it's the Monarch is the orange one that I carry. I've everyday carried it for 2 years now. Works great. For an everyday carry knife, I just need to cut some boxes and tape and occasional rope and shit. Works perfect.
Yep.
Check them out at weebyknives.com. You will not be disappointed.
Trapline Beard Oil Company. There is new products every day coming out. Head over, check everything out at www.traplinebeardoil.com.
Kelton Black representing American National. Follow him on Facebook. Give him a call for your homeowners, farm, auto, commercial, life insurance needs. Get a quote from him and do business with somebody who cares.
Forget Genetics, another PA veteran-owned, family-run company. Give them a holler, tell them the Keystone Experience sent you, and you will start growing bigger deer when you start putting it out.
And they say from crawl to wall, we got your 6.
Exactly.
Gearhead Archery, rethinking tradition.
And that's all you have to know about that. One of the most extremely adjustable bows.
And customizable. Do you see the rainbow pattern one he put out the other day?
Yes.
Was that today, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah. Crazy.
Extremely customizable, adjustable. Rethink your tradition and get yourself a gearhead bow.
Yep.
You can find the full lineup at gearheadarchery.com.
Yes, sir. Wilson Wildlife Solution, baits and lures. And Coon Creek Trappers. He owns both companies now, so check him out. Get all your trapping supplies.
Rec Broadheads. Make next deer season the best one ever with Rec Broadheads. Family owned, operated, crazy sharp, crazy tough broadheads.
Yeah.
Make it the final cut.
Yes, sir. TKE 24. Carbon TV. Check us out on there. And we got Indoors Dan.
Outdoor Call Radio app.
Yes, sir.
If you like this content or similar content to it, check it out. Download it. Android, iOS, 24/7, 365 days a year. Outdoor related content.
Yes, sir.
Prizes, you name it.
Tons of prizes. Tons of prizes.
Just an awesome platform for the outdoors. And follow them on Facebook. While you're over there, give us a like. Follow, subscribe on YouTube. Leave a rating on Carbon TV. I think TikTok's still going somehow, unless it's been banned again.
I put something up on there this morning.
Well, you can still go to TikTok then for the time being.
I think it's still up. Should be.
And if you want any more information, head over to the KeystoneExperience.com website for every episode that we've ever put out, links to our sponsors, and everything else you can get.
We will be starting season 6 soon. So get ready. Hopefully we can make it another great one.
We're going to wrap up the season 5 here.
Yes, sir.
Follow along, like I said, YouTube, all the things.
Go back and check them all out. Check out all our sponsors. We appreciate it. And shoot straight and keep the dirty side down.